Welcome to the Hawks Sports Network. We're here at the East York Curling Club for the 2019 Humber Invitational, the Bonspiel. My name is Matt Hamill. With me is my broadcast partner, Andrew Milani. Andrew, we have a full schedule of games today, 3 broadcasts here from Sheet A, and we have the men warming up, as you can see, between the Humber Hawks and the Fleming Knights.
Yeah, good chance for both these teams to establish themselves. This is, of course, the first tournament of the season. Both these teams, of course, with fresh records to start off the season and just looking to establish themselves and hopefully go on to have good seasons for themselves.
Yeah, the fellas have the early game here. And like you mentioned, this is the first opportunity to see action. There's really 3 opportunities to play this year. Of course, right now, the Humber Bonspiel. And on Valentine's Day is the Mohawk hosting of the OCAA Championships. And this year, the CCAA Championships. The national competition will be in Fredericton.
Yeah, so a lot of opportunities for these schools to show who is the best at curling this year. And, yeah, should be a great season. I'm looking forward to the curling that we have on tap for here today.
Yeah, Humber Hawks have had some very successful years winning the national championship, the CCAA champions of the 2015-2016 season. But since then, a bit of a hard time capturing that same kind of glory. Of course, last year, Humber coming up empty at the provincials. And a good opportunity here to start things off on the right foot, wouldn't you say?
I would. Yeah, just like I said before, everyone here gets a fresh start. Everyone here gets a fresh start, and yeah, it looks like that we're underway here.
That was Fleming lead, Owen Dart. Draw shot.
Yeah, it looks like a good draw. Just catches the edge of the ring.
The Hawks with the hammer here in the first end. Now Ben Hughes. Just a magnificent slide.
Yeah, it looks like the Hawks just electing for a draw of their own. Well, it looks like they're going to overshoot it.
Yeah, first shot of the day for the Hawks. A little too much mustard on it, Andrew.
Yeah, a little too much weight on that rock. Owen Dart with the big opportunity here. Line looks pretty good.
A good look there. Second shot from Fleming, and now see if Humber can find their groove here.
Yeah, it looks like they need to get something going here. Line looks pretty good.
Big sweep there. Looks like the Hawks will be a bit happier with this shot. Right there on the center line.
Yeah, good job knocking that second Fleming rock back a little bit.
Andrew, the Humber Hawks are the host of this tournament. We're a little far away from the typical home in Rexdale there. We're all the way in East York.
Yeah, complete opposite side of the city.
Lots of teams made the trip out here. We have 4 squads here in the competition. Humber, of course, the Fleming Knights, Fanshawe Falcons, and the Mohawk Mountaineers.
Oh, good shot there by Fleming, knocking out that Humber rock. And Fleming doing a good job establishing themselves early on in this game.
Yeah, we mentioned that obviously every team here wants to have a good start to the season. And here's Fleming with just a tremendous start to the game. Now here's Brady Lumley. Some good weight on this shot, Andrew.
That's a hot shot here. Manages to knock one of the Fleming rocks out.
Yeah, nice takeout there by Lumley. Cameron Gardner with the throw. Game 2 scheduled for 12:45. And then the final game here on sheet 1.
Another good draw there for Fleming. Brady Lumley. This could be a takeout attempt by the Hawks. Let's see. They managed to just knock that front rock a little bit. Not
the shot Humber was looking for
No.
there. So right away, starting off the game, couple of missed opportunities for the Hawks.
Yeah, that shot might have done more harm than good. Fleming in good position here.
Andrew, I think you could say Fleming is sitting pretty right now.
Yes, could say that.
Get a good look at Lucas McClellan overseeing the sweep there. And the Knights are going to post up a guard that time.
Yeah, not a bad move when you already have 3 of the stones set up there. And Humber just playing more reactionary right now, not really able to take charge of this end.
Yeah, right now the Knights are in position to come away with some serious points here in the first end.
Yep. Let's see how this takeout attempt goes. Oh, good one.
Yeah, and that's what the Hawks were looking for.
Yeah, taking out that Fleming rock there and putting themselves in good position. Let's see how Fleming responds.
Oh, just gonna squeak it in there.
And they managed to take one of their own out.
Really opens up that lane right to the button there.
Yeah, this could be a golden opportunity for Humber. Line looks pretty good. Oh, just squeaks it through there.
Maybe just a bit
Yeah.
too much on
Yeah,
that one. Yeah, that stone will be cleared away.
Yeah, a little too much weight on that one as they overshoot it.
So just this one opportunity of regular season play before the OCAA Championships at Mohawk on February 14th. And like we were saying, Andrew, pretty important, you would think, to have a good showing here and just feel good as a team here in one of the only opportunities for a good competition.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going in more into like the mental aspects. We want to take out that opposite stone on the left side there for Fleming. Armstrong with the delivery. Let's see how this goes.
Just a great slide there. A furious sweep by the Hawks.
Yeah, they're going to curl that right in there.
Yeah, the kind of distance they're looking for.
Last rock here for Fleming. A little discussion here of where to go with this shot.
And with the kind of trouble the Hawks have had finding their range here, got to think a good move for Fleming or just try to put one in scoring position.
Yeah, it might be their best option here.
Right now, the Knights looking like there's a good chance they could steal a point here in the first end the way they've been throwing.
I think they're going to go out for a takeout attempt for that Humber rock there on the left side of the screen. Well, it looks like it might be off a little bit.
Yep, big contact with their own stone.
Yeah, more or less same position that they came into that one with. And Humber about ready here with the hammer. Armstrong with the delivery. Line looks pretty good. If they could just slip it here through the middle, they could come out of this end with a few points.
Yeah, you said it, partner. The line looks good. And the Hawks, it looks like they might come away with two here.
Yep.
After the first end, the Hawks win the toss and really come up big with the hammer.
Yeah, early on in that end, it looked like Humber was kind of struggling to keep up, playing catch-up. But overall, it's a successful end. They come away with that one with a few points. We're about ready here to start the second. This time Humber delivering the rock first.
Last year's MVP for the Humber Hawks was Sean Armstrong. And definitely a guy who the Hawks look to this year for some good play.
Yeah, he's the skip on the team. He's the big man that they look up to. And that was a good draw by Humber. Let's see how Fleming responds.
And the Hawks men's team just 3 years ago winning the CCAA National Championship. Obviously hoping to rekindle some of that success.
Yeah, of course, winning national championships isn't easy. A lot of teams vying for that title, but Hawks could be up to the task. Successful first end. We'll see if they can build on that over the season. Delivery here by the Hawks. Good takeout there.
So the Hawks jumping out to an early 3-0 lead. See how the Knights respond with the...
Yeah, looks like they'll get a takeout there of their own.
Andrew, we should get a look at the Humber women's curling team, also in action right now against the Fleming team on rink number 3. Heavy shot here from the Hawks, makes good contact.
Another takeout. And so far, that's all we've seen in the early stages of this second end. Just someone putting the rock in there and someone just trying to take it out. It looks like we'll get more of the same here from Fleming if they're able to successfully get this takeout.
Last year, the Fanshawe Falcons won the men's provincial championship. And on the women's side, it was the Niagara Knights.
Humber with the takeout attempt here.
Fleming Knights, another heavy shot will clear out the Humber stone.
And their stone just lands there on the edge of the white ring.
Andrew, the reigning provincial champions, Niagara Knights, same team name as Fleming. Maybe a little bit of controversy there.
It definitely adds to the confusion here, but
makes you harken back to the old days in the CFL when there were 2 teams named the Rough Riders.
Yep.
Of course, that ultimately being settled. Ooh, missed shot there from the Hawks.
Yeah, just went right past the Fleming rock.
Ultimately was settled when the Ottawa team changed their name to the Renegades.
After they're out of the league for a few years, of course.
Of course, now Ottawa back in business. The Red Blacks. Tell you what, Andrew, Ottawa, a great city.
Yeah, I've been to Ottawa a few times. Nice city. Love going skating on the Rideau Canal.
Fortunately, no Algonquin Thunder representation here. And
Oh, that Fleming draw attempt just completely misses. That could have been a big opportunity for them.
yeah, just a bit of a burned shot.
Humber breathing a sigh of relief after that missed takeout. They can give themselves a big chance here to redeem themselves. Line looks pretty good. Nice and heavy shot.
So right now, the Hawks got one in the house.
And after a Fleming takeout attempt just missed, big opportunity here to put two in the house.
Second last throw of the second end for Humber. Right down the center line.
Looks like a good draw. And maybe overshot that one a little bit. Yep. A little too much weight on that one.
Yeah, you saw the Hawks hold up from brushing it too much. Right through the back line. We're here today at the East York Curling Club for the Humber Bonspiel 2019, the first broadcast of 2019 for the Hawk Sports Network. Andrew,
That's
how
true.
about that? I'd like to wish a happy new year to you out there. Thanks for watching here on humberhawks.ca.
Takeout attempt here by Fleming.
Just a real.
Oh, just misses that one.
Yeah, just a bit too much to the inside.
We've seen a lot of that here in this second end.
Well, you know, Andrew, it is the early game, and you know, I'd be lying to you if I was telling you I'm super sharp this early in the morning. So, see how things go as the day moves on.
Yeah, we'll see if these teams improve as the day goes on.
And as we mentioned, the Humber Hawks women's team taking on the Fleming Knights. Humber is up 1-0 after 2 ends.
This is Humber's last rock of this end.
Pardon me, Humber's up 2-0 in the second end. And Andrew, the women's team, our own co-worker, Casey Ransom, curling for the Lady Hawks today.
Yep. We wish her and the rest of the Hawks the best of luck here. That was a good draw there by the Hawks, and it's going to be a tough shot here for Fleming with the hammer. Their best shot here might be to elect for a takeout. That rock that was just put in there, and it's going to have to be a pretty precise shot, though.
Pretty significant in-turn there. Lots of rotation on that stone.
Line looks pretty good.
Ooh, just gets that outside roll.
And a little too much there. Humber going up 4-0 after 2 ends. As they take another point there.
Hawks are sitting pretty. Start time for this game was just after 9 a.m. And we have a tournament rule that games can go no longer than an hour 45.
You have to keep this nice and short because this is a packed day. A lot of curling here today.
Lots of curling.
Humber will have first delivery here in this third end.
Not a ton of weight on that shot. There the Hawks go with the guard in play. See Fleming mapping out their next shot.
Dart with the delivery here.
Let's see if Dart can just throw an absolute dart. Pretty significant outside lilt.
Yeah, and Fleming just elects to go for a guard of their own.
And they'll hang on to the hammer here in the third end. You can see by our little hammer graphic. Four 0 lead for the Hawks. Here's their second throw. How about that line, Andrew? Right down the center.
Yeah, perfect.
Ooh.
Just slipping it right past their own rock. Maybe a little too heavy, but not a bad shot there. The first draw of the end.
You know what they say, Andrew? That'll play.
That will play.
Maybe they forgot. We know the score, though. It's all right. Yeah. I mean, I can't say. Not too sure if they were trying to squeeze that one by, but
Yeah, I think that might have been a miscue there by Fleming.
The Hawks with 2 in the house now.
Yeah, Fleming putting that first Humber Rock in the house.
You know what they say, Andrew. 2 in the house is worth 1 in the bush.
Lumley here with the delivery.
Great form, I must say. Brady Lumley. What do you think here, Andrew? Is he just going to try to maybe make contact with that guard?
Yeah, looks like it.
It's about 3 or 4 feet away from the, I know you can't really tell from that angle, but we do have an overhead shot here by our broadcast booth. So Hawks with 2 in scoring position. And pretty heavy toss here.
Yeah, looks like they're going for the takeout here.
Going for that backstone.
A great shot there.
Oh, okay, he's busy. Brady Lumley, evidently a fan of the New York Yankees. Can you blame him? Good team.
Yeah, they look
Nice logo.
Yeah, like Yankees pretty good right now. As a Blue Jays fan, I don't know how I feel about that though.
Well, while we're talking baseball, Humber Hawks men's team coming away with the national championship this year.
Yeah, we had the pleasure of calling games for the national championships, of course, this year. A lot of fun.
Over at Connorvale Park, other side of town.
Yep.
All the way here in the East End. Look forward to hopping on that Don Valley Parkway during rush hour. Hey, Andrew.
Oh, yeah. Sounds like fun.
About midway through the third end here. There's the throw from Gardner. Cameron Gardner. Ooh, doesn't sneak it by. Good opportunity there, but just going to nudge the Humber Stone a bit closer.
Yeah, definitely not the delivery they were looking for.
That stone's pretty close, though. Might be in scoring position. Tough to tell from over here.
I think it is, though, but they would have to move that Humber Stone on the left side of the screen there. Not a lot of weight on this shot. Ooh, nice draw here.
We'll see just where that ends up. Not bad.
Yeah, that's good positioning there. They'll not perfect, but they'll take it.
Great line to find that gap, but yeah, just a bit too much heft on it.
McLennan here with the delivery.
After 2 ends, the Humber women's team leads 2-1. Casey Ransom was great sweeping over there on sheet number 3.
Let's see what Humber does here. Line looks pretty good.
Good weight on it.
And almost yeah, they could have used just a little more on that one, but overall, again, another good delivery.
Yeah, great positioning, and the Hawks are just loading up the house right now.
They're really applying pressure here on the Fleming Knights.
See Fleming having a bit of a discussion here. Got their work cut out for them. Already down 4. Of course, they do have the all-important hammer, which is what they used to call me in high school, Andrew, the hammer.
For football, or?
My last name being Hamill, it
Oh,
was
okay,
a
makes
bit of
sense.
an easy jump, and I invented a move called the hammer to get somebody's hands off you when you're out there on the line.
A good takeout there by Fleming. I think Humber might be going for the takeout attempt here.
Yeah, pretty heavy shot.
Yeah, it looks a little wide.
Well, that shot from Armstrong really shook things up.
Yeah, I don't think that was quite what they were looking for.
Yeah, right now the Knights with the stone in scoring position. And it'll be real interesting to see what they go for here with their last 2 shots. Obviously, at this point, Andrew looking to come away with a point. Get on the board here in the 3rd end.
Yeah, down 4-0. You definitely want to get some points while you can. Time, well, not in too much trouble yet. So you don't want to get to that point. You just want to get points any way you can.
Here's a good look at the team huddle of the Knights.
It looks like they might elect for a draw here.
Fleming, Skip, Spencer, Cheeseman. Ready to let this thing go. A lot of rocks crowding up that space at the other end there.
Yeah.
It's a real outside shot. Can he curl it around that? Ooh,
Oh,
makes
just
contact.
misses.
But no need to hit the panic button. The Knights do have the rock closest to the button right now. Now, a bit of an interesting decision for the Hawks. Do you try to take out their own stone there and hopefully knock out Fleming, who's in scoring position?
Yeah, I think that's what they might be going for. Not really too many options if you want to prevent Fleming points here.
Last year's team MVP, Sean Armstrong. Let's see if he's up to the job. Good contact. Oh.
Oh, yeah, great shot there.
How about that?
Just like they drew it up.
As it stands right now, the Hawks with 3 in scoring position. Andrew, you get the impression it's going to be real tough for the Knights to find a way to make sure Humber doesn't come away with more points here.
Yeah, you'd think that they would have to find a way to take out those 2 Humber stones in the heart of the house there.
I know what
Tough
you do,
task.
partner. Just throw it full steam. Power curling.
That's the way to do
Talking
it.
about before the broadcast. But this is a game of brains
And
sometimes
finesse.
muscle. Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, a lot of discussion here about where the delivery should go, and Fleming calling a timeout here.
Timeout called by the Fleming coaching staff. Pretty good time because right now the Hawks could, if the Knights don't get the right shot, Hawks could run away with this one.
Yeah, it could be a big turning point here.
So right out of frame there is the full team discussion with the coach for the Fleming Knights. And again, I don't know how you get around this situation here. Because if they make contact with that closer Humber stone, would still leave the Hawks in scoring position. There you see the Hawks at the far end. Pretty calm and collected.
Yeah, and they have every reason to be. They've really played this end well. Yeah, it would have to just be a perfect shot there to knock out both those Humber stones.
Here at the Humber Bonspiel 2019 tournament. There will be another regular season tournament at Niagara College 2 weeks from now. And another one at Fanshawe later in the year. So not your typical OCAA style of play, just tournament action, of course leading to the provincial and CCAAs.
Here comes the hammer.
We'll see if that long deliberation will come up fruitful. Not a ton of weight on it. Looks like maybe just trying to minimize the damage here.
Yeah, maybe. They push that Humber rock closer to the house there.
Pretty close to call. Definitely 2 for the Hawks.
Yeah, I think they might be coming away with that with 2. So we get ready here for the 4th end. Fleming once again will have the hammer. As Humber gets ready to start things off here. Ben Hughes with the first delivery for the Hawks in this
I don't
fourth end.
know if I keep turning to the right like this.
Good draw there as that one finds its way almost in the middle of the button there.
Did I help the camera angle? Is it better now? Yeah, no, that's what I was meant to.
For a reason.
Well, Andrew, I think the big lesson here in 2019 thus far has been everything happens for a reason.
A little too much weight on that delivery there for the Knights as they just completely overshoot the button there.
Gotta love the atmosphere here at the East York Curling Club. We were here last night setting up for the tournament. Real fun place to be. I heard there will be lunch provided later on, Andrew, so I'm kind of excited about that.
As am I. Very nice draw there by the Hawks, and
Yeah, really dialed in right now. Two near perfect shots.
that second rock really providing some great protection there for that first one. And Fleming, once again, looks like they have their work cut out for them here in this end. Looks like this is going to be a takeout attempt. Heavy shot. Let's see if the line is good. It looks like it might miss. Yep. Another miscue there for the Knights.
There's our photographer. Also varsity soccer player, Michael Fahune. Nothing lead for the Hawks. They came away with 3 there in the third. Did you catch that?
'Humber electing to go for a guard here.
You got to think that's the smart move. Just really protect those 2 great shots that they had to start the end.
Especially when you're up by as many points as you're up by now. It doesn't hurt at all to be a little more defensive.
Yeah, pretty comfortable cushion. And you got to think Humber's feeling good here in game 1.
Off to a great start here for the 2019 season. Takeout attempt here by Fleming. A good job there taking out the guard. It looks like Humber might be setting up another guard here. Another well-placed delivery there for the Hawks.
And we'll see if the Knights go right back to just trying to take out that guard. Looks like that might be the case. Pretty heavy shot here, Drew.
Yeah, and looks like the line is pretty good too. Oh.
Oh, how about that? Just by that guard.
Yeah, and they're in prime position right now, as it looks like they would be the team to get the point right now.
Yeah, great shot. Really shakes things up here in the fourth end. And with the Hawk Stone directly behind the Fleming rock right there and near the button, makes it a tough kill shot.
Yeah, they got to be careful. Got to get that right angle. They might have a little bit of trouble navigating past their own guard here. Just barely squeaks it by.
And there's what we were talking about. Kind of tough to avoid knocking their own stone out of the way, but right now, got to consider that a success. Hawks throwing some very accurate shots here in the fourth end. After a tough start, we saw in the first end, Andrew, a couple of shots just had a little bit too much mustard on it.
Yeah, a lot of overshooting it.
Too much of that Frank's Red Hot. But now the Hawks within range, but right now it's the Knights who are answered back here in the fourth end.
Yeah, let's see what the Knights are able to do here. They're just, oh no, knock it right against that guard. Don't think that was the intention. I think they were going for the takeout of that one right by the button there.
But you see that does knock that Humber guard out of the way, really opens up that center line. But
and it provides a little bit of protection for their own rock as well.
And how did the Hawks capitalize here? Might be going for the takeout here.
I think you might be right here, Matt. Line looks pretty good.
Not going to get their own rock to stay in, but a takeout nonetheless.
Yeah, they still have two in the house here with the guard set up. Fleming here looks like they're going to try and take out that one right in the middle there. They're going to knock that Humber rock closer to the house. We're down to the final two rocks here for each team.
Four colleges here today at this tournament hosted by Humber. Men and women's action. That shot from Humber. Looking pretty good in scoring position.
Yeah, knocking it a little bit against their own rock there. Don't think that was their intention, but they still managed to find the house and have three in there now. Putting Fleming in a tough spot with their final two rocks.
Bit of a situation on sheet 2. Real interesting look there. Timeout called by Fanshawe.
A real crowded house there. Let's see how this delivery goes for Fleming. Line looks pretty good. Maybe just overshot it a little bit, but still good job getting it close to the house. Might have been a little too far, though.
Hawks still with Stone in scoring position.
Final rock here for the Hawks in this fourth end.
A bit of deliberation from the Hawks, but looks like they're ready to go here. Sean Armstrong. The real MVP.
I don't think that was quite the shot they were looking for.
Makes a real interesting situation right now. Fleming with the last stone. And you got to think the Knights are hoping to get on the board. They've had the hammer for 4 ends in a row. Oh, that's right. Humber started the game with the hammer. Everything going the way of the Hawks.
And Fleming with the tall task here.
Tell you what, Andrew, looks pretty good.
Yeah, line looks pretty good. Let's see. Little too much on that one, though. Someone just sails through the house.
And the Hawks with 1, maybe 2. Could add to that lead. Tell you what, Andrew, bit of a change of pace here from the volleyball Holiday Classic a couple weeks ago.
Yeah,
What do you think of the action here on the Humber Bonspiel?
It's been pretty exciting so far. Humber really doing a great job establishing themselves here.
Yeah, I believe you could say the Hawks are lighting it up right now. But again, early season play. Obviously, every team here just trying to find their stride.
You obviously want to start with your best foot forward there, though, and Humber looking like they're doing just that right now. Looks like Humber electing for a guard with that first delivery. Dart with the first delivery for the Fleming Knights.
Hawks Nation is the official varsity fan club of the Humber Hawks. You can find them on Instagram at Hawks Nation. And everything Humber Hawks on social media at Humber Hawks.
Hughes with the delivery here for the Hawks. Line looks pretty good. They just squeak it right past their own guard, and good job there to find the house.
The women's team is on sheet 3. They're up 4-1.
Delivery here by Dart. Looks like they'll just elect for a draw here. Don't know if they got enough weight on it. It looks like that might be just to set up as a... Oh, not enough, yeah.
Hawks are cruising along here in game 1.
Brady Lumley with the delivery.
Hawks are loading up the house right now.
Yeah, another good draw.
Reminds me of what I would do in high school when my parents went out of town.
Threw a lot of bangers.
Oh, sure. Don't tell mom and dad, though.
Oh, no. I promise. Heavy shot here by Gardner. Looks like that they will be going for the takeout.
Yeah, lots of weight here. Maybe didn't get that line they were looking for exactly.
Yeah, just
We'll clear out one of the Humber Stones. And the Hawks still sitting with a bear.
yeah, they did accomplish what they wanted to do there, taking out that guard. Of course, they do move it into the house. Not a bad first step, though, as there is still work to be done here for Fleming in the 5th set if they want to get back into this one. Humber just looks like they will try and set up a guard here.
The 2019 Humber Bonspiel here on the Hawk Sports Network. My name is Matt Hamill, and with me is Andrew Milani. Call that a reset.
Humber doing a good job there, electing for the draw rather than the guard. Now with 3 rocks in the house.
And this is what the Hawks have been able to do here throughout this game 1 against Fleming, is really load up the house early in and end. It kind of pays dividends.
Big takeout there.
Yeah, you said it.
And Fleming managing to keep that rock in the house. Delivery here by Garner. Looks like they're going for the takeout. Line looks pretty good.
Yeah, they should be able to get that stone to turn into the house. That's exactly what happens. The Hawks can do no wrong here, Andrew.
Seems like it.
Humber head coach Cindy Bishop and assistant Sean Turriff out here today and have to like what they're seeing from the men's team, and of course the women's team also having a good showing. As they're up 4-1. over on sheet number 3. But here we are in sheet 1. Hawks about to have a throw.
It looks like they're going to try and take out that Fleming rock that was just placed in there. Line looks pretty good. Three Humber rocks in the house, and with only 3 rocks to go for Fleming, looks like they really have their work cut out for them. If they're able to take out a couple here, that would do them wonders. It looks like they're only going to get 1 here.
But a real good line on that shot. So we're here in the 5th end. It's the Friday just before classes resume and the winter semester about to get going.
Yeah, right around the corner.
What better way to ring in the winter semester than with a full day of curling?
I can't think of anything better.
Maybe the ultimate winter sport. And with Canada out of the World Juniors hockey tournament, this is really the only sport to get behind right now.
I agree.
Of course, Canada with a tough loss to the Finns.
Yeah, had that 1-0 lead until 45 seconds left to go. That's how it goes sometimes, though.
It's the way she goes. And that time she goes well for the Hawks.
Yeah, good job there to find right there, right near the button. Fleming down to their second last rock here.
Tell you what, you gotta like the uniforms from Fleming. What do you think of the green and yellow color scheme, Andrew?
Very reminiscent of another Knights team, of course, the London Knights, the Ontario Hockey League. Looks nice together. Let's see what they're able to do with this one. And they're able to get that one in the house. Can't really tell from this angle if Humbers or Fleming has it closer to the button. Humber's final rock here of the 5th set for first match here, which has just been flying by.
Tell you what, Andrew, the Hawks have a lot of stones in the house, but it is Fleming right now with the scoring position.
Yeah, so you got to think they're going to go for a takeout here. Line looks pretty good. They managed to take that one out.
Yeah, just what the doctor ordered. As Humber's looking to hit the double-digit mark, although pretty wide open lane for Fleming to get the takeout.
Yeah, there's a big gap there. They can just squeeze it through there. They can get on the board for the first time in this one. And here comes the hammer. Not quite the shot they were looking for. It looks like Humber's going to come away with another point here. It looks like they will be up 10-0 at the end of 5. Humber once again starting off the set, or the end, excuse me. This is the 6th end.
The set. Still thinking volleyball, Andrew.
Had my sports
Overdosed
mixed
on-
up there a little bit.
Overdosed on volleyball with the 3 days straight, the Holiday Classic.
That's what happens when you're stuck in a closet all weekend watching volleyball.
There's no place I'd rather be than right here with you, Andrew, whether it's volleyball or curling.
That's very sweet of you, Matt.
First shot from Fleming. We are live on the Hawk Sports Network, and there's a good look at the guard put up by the Knights. And I'm serious, Andrew. I think there should be some kind of tournament between Niagara and Fleming to decide who can be the sole Knight.
Let's set that up. Let's do it.
We'll work out the details. Jay, producer, can you work on that? Maybe some kind of pay-per-view, yeah.
Humber once again overshooting the house.
10-0 lead for Humber in the 6th end.
Not a lot of weight on this shot. And Fleming just setting up another guard here.
Andrew, have you tried any of my banana bread yet?
I have. It's quite delicious.
I'm glad you like it. It's my mother's recipe. Got it from her mother.
You gotta give me that recipe, Matt.
I cannot do that. My Nana might disown me if I were to do that, Andrew. So just enjoy the bread you have for you today.
I'll enjoy it with the bread and shut my mouth then.
That would be best.
Humber doing a good job with that draw, finding the house.
Yeah, the last shot we saw Humber with an uncharacteristic overshoot. Too much weight on it. We'll see if Humber, good shot there. We'll see if Humber tightens back up or if there's a good window of opportunity here for the Knights to get on the board. They've got 2 guard shots in play. We'll see what they are going for here. Maybe the takeout. Not sure if they're going to get the right angle on it.
Yeah, line's a little off. And put it right through the house. Not what Fleming was looking for. Humber delivering their fourth rock. Looks like a takeout attempt. Ooh, almost take out both those Fleming guards, but they'll settle just for the one. Could be a takeout attempt here for Fleming. Line looks like it may be a little off. And that rock will just find the edge of the house.
The women's game between the Knights and Humber. The Hawks lead 4-2.
Humber going for the takeout. Line is good.
Yeah, just a very well-aimed shot. Again, the button is wide open for the Knights right now. Not a ton of weight on this one, Andrew.
Yeah, it looks like they might just be electing for the draw here.
Pretty good line.
That's pretty close.
Yeah, pretty close to call, man.
I can't really tell from this angle who's got it closer, but not a bad shot there for Fleming.
You see Sean Armstrong taking a look there.
Could be a takeout attempt here. Fleming down to their third last stone here.
Andrew, I'm told that in the next game we're going to have Casey Ransom of the women's team mic'd up.
Well, that should be exciting.
I want to hear the conversation so bad that, you know when you watch it on TSN and like you hear like the powwow, the back and forth.
Oh, great draw there. Just finding the button there for Fleming. Just what the doctor ordered for them.
And you don't have it always going into the feed. You kind of pick and choose. Sometimes they'll be just like adjusting.
Second last stone here for the Hawks. Looks like they might be electing for a takeout here too. Line looks pretty good.
Good shot by the Hawks.
Yeah, great takeout there.
Humber with Dose in scoring position.
Fleming really having their work cut out for them here.
Yeah, a bit of an uphill battle after the Hawks with that big first end. And they got that momentum. They just kind of kept rolling along.
And we'll see if
Tell you what, Andrew, I like the hat. I like the Fleming college gear.
the FC hat, yeah, very nice. Line looks pretty good. They're going to try and knock out that Humber Rock near the button. And not quite able to.
Again, looking pretty equal.
Looks like Humber might be a little bit closer. Hard to tell, though.
Might have to get the old measuring unit out for that one. Andrew, what do you think of my subdued commentator voice today here at the Bonspiel?
It's very soothing, very relaxing.
Doing my best Jim Nance impression.
You could read children's books with a voice like that. Humber's final rock here of the 6th set.
Armstrong's been on point all day.
Yeah, he's been good.
In that skip position, last year's team MVP. And he's put a lot of heat on this one.
Yeah, they're going for the takeout here. A little too much on that one.
Yeah, maybe not the right line. Takes a lot of stones out of the picture. There you get a good look at the house.
And all Fleming needs to do here is just put one right there through the middle for a point.
We're here at the East York Curling Club. Right smack dab in Tirana.
And here comes the hammer.
Weight looks good, Andrew.
Yeah, line looks pretty good too. If they could just squeak it in there. And there we go, Fleming now. Looks like they're on the board with 1 point here.
Good shot. That's right. The Knights are on the board, and we have the handshakes here. And that'll do it here from game one. Final score 10-1 in favor of the Hawks.
Yeah, Humber really keeping that foot on the gas pedal that whole match there. Really dominating the 2nd through the 5th sets. Really taking command here of the first match of the Bonspiel here.
That'll do it for game one. We'll be right back at scheduled time, 12:45 for game two. I'd like to thank you for tuning in and stay with us here on the Hawk Sports Network.